Hello all, Thomas here. It's been a minute, hasn't it? You know, it turns out that after creating an 11-hour monster of a video, a bitch needs about a month to relax, to recuperate, to recover the will to live. However, we are gathered here for Winx things. One of the girlies in my server, FJ, hello FJ, created this little tier maker thingy for ranking each of the Winx girlies individual fairy forms. Because we've talked about the fairy forms as groups, as collections before, but we've never really delved into the specifics of each girl one by one. I thought it would be fun. FJ was the real hero, went out, gathered all of these images for the tier maker. We have literally everything. We have the individual forms, we have their 3D variants, we have color variants. Everyone take a minute to just salute FJ in all of their fucking work, because it still boggles my mind that they went this far and made all of it. Like, this is glorious. I will share the link in the description, so if any of you want to join in the madness as well and bask in the chaos, you may. So once again, thank you, FJ, for your service. I hope you're taking a nap. I hope you're taking a nap while listening to this video, because holy shit. So yeah, we're gonna go one by one and talk about my thoughts on each of the girlies' designs, and we're gonna be ranking them accordingly, either S, A, B, C, D, or F. I wonder where Sirenix will fall. Not me already bullying Sirenix. I simply must. Real quick, before we begin, I just want to remind y'all that if you would like to support the channel and what I do between my videos on YouTube, you can support me on Patreon for extra perks, including access to the Discord server, the Union of War, and also early videos, early scripts, and Patreon exclusive videos. I've already made character analyses for all of the Winx Club members. Those are all Patreon exclusives. You know, just talking about my views and perspectives on the characters and their personalities and their arcs. And pretty soon I'm gonna be doing that for the witch girlies. You know, Will and Irma and all those other girlies. Because, like, for 2 seasons, I think they did a great job in Witch of making those girls really unique and compelling characters. So those will be up soon. Of course, I'm going to go in order. So, you know, Will be the first girly. But yeah, help me pay my bills. Firstly, we begin with Magic Winx. And who else did we start with but Bloom? Oh, this is so lovely. They're in their official order. Yay. Yeah, there's an official order. It's Bloom, then Stella, then Flora, then Musa, then Tekna, and Aisha. So we are going to be just going through that order for each form variant. So I'll probably have like little sections for those. We begin where it all began. Wow, that's redundant. So Bloom Magic Winx. Where the fuck else do we put it but S tier? Come on, girlies. We simply must. Magic Winx is the queen of simplicity is best. I mean, just look at Bloom's Magic Winx. The top with the 2 shades of blue and the bright yellow gem, the yellow little crown. It's so cute. It adds like a nice little pop of color among her red hair. Also kind of inadvertently foreshadows the whole lost princess thing. I love it. Her cute little arm warmers that only go up to her elbow. I love that because they kind of draw your eye towards her hands. I love the little mini skirt. I love the little shoes. Magic Winx is really great in that it feels cute, but also practical. It doesn't feel like too much. The color blocking is excellent, so you can easily recall it in your memory. And I also really like her wings. I don't know what it is. I also like the little shapes inside of the wings, like the little circly thingies inside of her wings. I think they're really cute. They add a little bit of visual intrigue. I think what I most appreciate about Bloom for a lot of her forms is the fact that she is a blue girly. It helps really to keep the red from overpowering her design. It adds a really nice balance. It makes her very unique compared to other red-headed girlies. And it also keeps her from getting lost in all like the fire spells that she has. Yeah, so S tier. Fucking S tier. Stella Magic Winx. also a fucking S tier. Jesus Christ, how can we not? The pigtails, bitch. The pigtails are so iconic. I find it interesting that out of all the girls, most of the girls' hairstyles stay the same when they transform. They just get like little cute head accessories. Stella is the only one to fully change her hairstyle. And I love that for our fashion forward icon. I love orange for her. It feels very warm, but not like too much. It's not giving fire. I feel like it's perfect for her light themed spells. And also the fact that it's orange. Orange is not a color that is very respected. Orange is seen as the weird color. So the fact that Stella is the one to rock it, I think also kind of, for me, it really fits how avant-garde she is in the realm of fashion. She is not afraid to try weird shit and make it look fashion, make it look iconic. I mean, this is the bitch who made orange and green work perfectly together, so anything is possible. She can do it. I love her like pointy little wings too. I love her boots. I love her little bracelets. I also really appreciate the little blue accents throughout her design. Again, we get some nice contrast. They help cool the design down a little bit. For me personally, they also give moon energy, even though Rainbow likes to pretend she's not a moon girly, but she is. Yeah, just freaking S tier. Oh yeah, the shorts. The shorts also. The shorts are just so fucking cute. They just are. I don't know what to tell you. S tier. Fucking S tier. Oh, especially with the scepter. Amazing. Flora Magic Winx. It's, is it S or A tier? Am I really gonna be that bitch and put them all in S tier? Yes, I am. Look, Flora Magic Winx is fucking everything, bitch. Pink is so cute on her, like, especially as a nature girly, the fact that she's not in green but pink, I think really sets her apart from other nature girlies. Pink is so well suited to her. It really suits her complexion. It suits her personality and vibe. I love the top with like the two shades of the color blocking. I love that her skirt kind of looks like it's a flower petal. I love that her wings are green. To me, it always gave the vibe that her wings are filled with like chlorophyll. I love the choker with the like little flower over her collar. It's everything. Again, simplicity is queen. Musa Magic Winx. Okay, I do love it, but I don't think it's quite S tier. I think I'm going to put it in A tier. I might get shot for this, especially because Muse is my favorite. Look, the red is great on her, and I really actually like that pink fabric over her stomach. I think it makes the color blocking of her design really interesting. I really like the shape of her wings. I like the little purple ribbons on her arms, especially the one with the little sashes attached to it that like flow. And I love her headphones, but like there's something about it that feels like it's lacking a bit compared to the other Magic Winx forms. I can't put my finger on it, but it looks great. It doesn't have the same je ne sais quoi. Sorry, Musa, but you know, A tier is still great though. A tier slaps. Techna Magic Winx. Okay, this is specifically to spite all of the Techna haters in the audience tonight. S tier. I simply must. The purple cat suit that like fully covers her entire body. Yes. And the weird pointy helmet, like, it's really given sci-fi. It's kind of given like fashionable astronaut with like a weird alien silhouette. And I love the like little handle wings that turn into like an electric glider. Iconic. It really gives the vibe of a techno fairy. I love the fact that her main color is purple. Purple is very much an intelligent color, a futuristic color. So it really looks great on Techna. It goes well with her pink hair. I love the green accents for her too, because green specifically has a lot of sci-fi coding to it. And that combination of purple and green, I think there's something about it that feels very futuristic and sci-fi. It's kind of giving Buzz Lightyear, and I'm living for it. I also really appreciate that both Flora and Techna have green accents, even though they're polar opposites in terms of power and aesthetics. I appreciate that. Aisha Magic Winx, fucking S tier. Fucking S tier. I have no idea how the fuck this outfit is constructed, but it has lived rent-free in my head since I was a child. She looks great in green. I love that she's a water girl. Well, she's not exactly a water girly, but she's water girly adjacent, but not in blue. These 2 shades of green really suit her super well. I love all the connecting sashes across her body, like over her midsection and over her shoulder. I love that her skirt is a bit more open with the shorts under it. It feels very athletic coated. It feels like fashionable, but she's still ready to kick you in the face. I love all the little bracelets all over her, on her arms, on her neck, connecting all the different fabrics. There's just something about that gives like athletic, but also something about it feels very mystical and ancient to me with the rings. I don't know how to fucking articulate that. And also I just love the white accents on the soles of her shoes. It looks so good. It looks so fucking good. And I love her wings. I love the pointy bits. They feel like Bloom's wings, but like pointier. And I really like that. So yeah, Magic Winx, 5 S tiers, 1 A tier. We're off to an excellent start. Next we have Enchantix, also known as Enchantix, specifically the 2D version. There are some differences between how it's presented in the show versus all the stock art. We're going to be doing our best to just talk about the designs across the board, but I will be pointing out the little changes here and there when I think of them. If I forget some, remember, I'm stupid. Bloom Enchantix. I'll probably put it in A tier. For the record, when I put them in the tier list, I'm not specifically ranking them within their tiers. So like if something is closer to the start of an A tier, that doesn't necessarily mean it's better. It's just that I don't have the energy to microsort them. I really like Bloom's Enchantix. I love this new hairstyle for her. I think it's a really nice, clean evolution from her previous look. To me, it still gives Bloom, but very sophisticated, very elegant. I love little heart clips in her hair. They're so cute. I love the 2 tones with little bits of orange throughout her hair. I love her tier dress. Specifically, I really like the stock art version where it has that cute gradient of like blue going into green, going into pink. We kind of lost that in the show because that would be a pain in the fucking ass to animate consistently, but it's cute. I actually really like the pink accents throughout here. I feel like there are times where the pink accents are allowed on Bloom, and this is one of them. Because I don't see yellow working on this design nearly as well as the pink. I really like the pink opera gloves. I love her little barefoot sandals with the hearts. This is where they really started committing to the heart motif with Bloom, and I think it suits the Enchantix form very well. I fucking love her wings. But I would probably put it in A tier, mostly because there's something about it compared to the other Enchantix forms where it feels not quite as jaw-dropping. Like, it still looks fucking great. It looks phenomenal, but I don't think I would count it as S tier. I think it's on the verge of S tier. It's just missing something that I can't quite put my finger on. Stella Enchantix, definition of an S tier. Definition of a fucking S tier. Okay, whoever came up with, like, the pulling her hair back, getting rid of Stella's bangs, adding the pigtails, and then bleaching it for her Enchantix, you deserve all the awards because it's excellent. She looks like she just stepped into a bath of sunlight and emerged a goddess of the heavens. I love her top. I love the way that the fabric is cut. It's very like triangular, and I really like the weird blue, I don't know what the term is, but like the little braces underneath the top supporting it. I love the star necklace like on her with the fairy dust pendant. I really love this flowy skirt. The fabrics on Stella's Enchantix are very unique. They feel very soft, very cozy, but also deeply mystical. I can't quite articulate why. We're maintaining the blue accents for Stella, including in her gorgeous fucking wings. They add great contrast, but we're adding a little bit of like soft, like baby pastel pink as well to go along with the orange. And I think it adds this nice feeling of the Enchantix form being very warm. She looks like she just stepped out of the sun. She's gorgeous. Oh my God. Flora Enchantix. S tier. Yeah, it's S tier. Flora's hairstyle here feels like a more sophisticated version of her previous one. I love the little buns on the top of her head. I love the color blocking with the lighter parts of her hair guiding your eye towards the buns. I love their hair is so much longer and they're like little dangly bits throughout. Her wings are gorgeous. I love this balancing of the pink and green. I love the baby doll dress. The way I'm learning so many fashion terms from Lisa Fevrel is just frightening. Like tier dress, baby doll dress. Thank you for making me realize, oh, I'm stupid. There are words for these things. I also love the little flowy purple fabric floating down from the chest. I don't know what the word for that is, but it's very cute. I feel like it adds a bit of visual intrigue to the dress to keep it from being too simple without overcomplicating it. I also really like that over the chest, it's a bit of a rainbowy thing with like different colors. Like you've got the pink, but also green and blue and indigo. Yeah, it's very interesting that like these wild colors that aren't normally in her palette and aren't even in the rest of the design are localized here, yet they don't feel out of place. Yeah, just simply S tier. Oh, also her tiara is cute as fuck. Musa Enchantix, fucking S tier. Fucking S tier. Oh my god. The introduction of the gold into her palette, iconic as fuck. The little pink top with the golden or the more burnt golden fabric draping over top, along with the little fabric over her shoulder. Excellent. The poofy little redded pink skirt. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my actual god. And the golden wings are beautiful. Again, Lisa Fevrel pointed out perfectly, like this design is so well balanced and guides your eye to the most important parts so that you remember the design as red without there actually being a lot of red in the design itself. Oh, and also her hair. Like the whole reason Musa got the long hair, I think, was to like transition into the Enchantix, and it was worth it. It was worth it. She's fucking beautiful. Look at her. I also really like this tiered effect to the little hair pieces. I don't know what to call it, but like the fact that to me, they kind of looked like a closed flower, the way that they connect up into the ponytail, the way they connect up into the pigtails. I really like these bits of like light purple in her hair. Her hair got a little bit more purple than blue to suit the color palette of the Enchantix form, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, just all around fucking S tier. Techna Enchantix, S tier. Goddamn S tier. Holy shit. It's actually quite simple, and it's actually insane what a 180 this is from her Magic Winx. Like, the girl went from being the most covered to being the most revealing, and yet they both still feel like quintessential Techna. I love the little decorative pieces over her chest and shorts and the way that they connect together. They feel kind of like they're bits of a flower, but they still feel futuristic with their coloring and the way that they're connected together. They look very mechanical while still light and flowy and elegant. I love her hair. It feels a bit more wild than her usual hairstyle, and I like that it droops down to her shoulders, so it's not that long, it's still short, but for Techna it feels long and it feels enough to feel like she's growing up. I also really love her wings and how simple they are. I actually kind of prefer the design without the lower pair of wings. It feels more unique and it feels more Techna, and I appreciate it. Aisha Enchantix. Okay, so here we have a couple variants. We have her original blue Enchantix that she got at the beginning of season 3. And then we have her green Enchantix, which she got after Bloom got her Enchantix. And they said we can't have two blue girlies. Her blue Enchantix is... Yeah, it's S tier. It's S tier. Oh, she looks so good in both green and blue, but I think the blue just works a lot better for me because there's more contrast. I love the pink and yellow accents. You know what it feels like? It feels like all the colors that kind of result when light hits a waterfall a certain way, and you see all these beautiful rainbowy colors shimmering through the water, like the blue, the green, but also little bits of pink and yellow. I love the weird yellow-green opera gloves. I love the little sashes falling off of the top. Like, those are also kind of giving a waterfall-y effect in the way that they're shaped, in the way that they drape down. Same with the little bits hanging off of her skirt. I love the angle of her skirt, that it's kind of like not a straight cut, it's angled. And like even the way that the accent colors on the skirt are shaped is giving this like diagonal rainbow effect. Her hair in this form is gorgeous. Oh my God, so beautiful. I love it pulled back. I love the braids going through it. I love little braided pigtails. She is just so gorgeous. I especially love the jewelry. I love her crown. There are times in the show where she has a little, I forget what they call it, but the jewelry in her eyes, like in the corners of her eyes. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, S tier. Her green Enchantix is probably going to go in A tier just because like it still has a lot of the great qualities of her blue Enchantix. But unfortunately for me, it's less interesting because it has less contrast. I feel like the shades of green that they have are also similar and also light, that there's not nearly as much intrigue when you get a lighter shade of green in there. And I feel like the shades of pink there are also so light. There's not much contrast between them and the greens. So there's not a lot of visual intrigue going on. It still looks really great. It's just not amazing. And now we have 3D Enchantix. Oh God. Okay, so I don't hate the transition into 3D for Winx. I think it's just, it took them a long time to find their footing. And by that, I mean, I don't think they ever quite found their footing. Like, I don't think it looks terrible, but it doesn't feel very Winx to me. Especially these early Enchantix designs. Like, I think they did their best to adapt Enchantix into a 3D vibe, but you know, it kind of fell short in a lot of ways. So I'm just going to try my best to focus on the designs without being too biased on that 3D style. So I guess this is just ranking how well they adapt their looks into 3D. For Bloom, I think they actually did a really good job adapting her Enchantix into 3D. I feel like the orange accents through her hair pop a lot more because they're a lot more yellowy. They feel very fiery to me, and I really appreciate that. All of the detail that couldn't be in her 2D tier dress get to be present in 3D because it's, you know, a consistent model. Yeah, I really like it. So I guess, am I really going to put it above her 2D? Okay, if we're talking about adaptation, I feel like this doesn't make her Enchantix design better. It's just a good translation of what was already there. So I will just put it in A tier because I don't think it really surpasses 2D Enchantix for her. It just makes it look good. I mean, it already looked great before, but you know. Okay, 3D Stella Enchantix. I do think it looks good. I especially really like the fact that they emphasize the bleached hair here. Her design feels a lot more yellow than orange in 3D, which I actually kind of like for Stella. I really like her in yellow, but I'm probably going to put it in A tier just because it doesn't hit like her 2D Enchantix does. 3D Flora Enchantix, yeah, also, no, I think I'm going to put it in B tier. Just because I'm looking at her right now, and I'm realizing the whitewashing began far earlier than any of us realized. I'm not going to rewatch Lost Kingdom, but I will look at little scenes of it just to make sure. But I'm getting the vibe that they were not as careful as they should have been with her complexion because she looks far paler than she does in 2D, and I don't like that. Not only because it's icky, but also just because it makes her look worse, especially with this outfit. Like, her design specifically was always meant to complement like her darker skin. Well, not darker. Flora's light skinned, but you know. But the point is that her outfits were always meant to go with her specific skin tone. So when you lighten her, she looks worse because her outfit wasn't meant for a pale girly. Even her hair is lighter. Like, ew. Okay, Musa 3D Enchantix. C tier. Oh God. I think the only thing that kind of looks good here is that puffy skirt. Everything else feels like a downgrade, especially her hair. Like, her hair just kind of looks like two strands that just kind of statically stick together. And this design also feels pink instead of red. And I don't I don't like it. They've done my girl Musa dirty. I don't think it looks terrible, but I don't think it looks that good either. 3D Techna Enchantix. I'll put it in A tier because like I think it still looks really good. I just don't think it looks as iconic as her 2D Enchantix. I think it's probably the hair. There's something about the hair that just doesn't hit the same. And 3D Aisha Enchantix B tier. Did not suffer the same whitewashing problem as Flora, but her hair just has so much less texture than it does in 2D, and it doesn't look good. Like, even looking at her pigtails, they don't have the same wavy, braided texture to them. They look like straight hair trying to look textured, and it's not working. And it's also green, so it also suffers in that regard. Weirdly, I think it has more contrast than her 2D green Enchantix, so that's interesting. And now we move on to Believix. I will say, I didn't like Believix very much when Season 4 was coming out, mostly because I was still high off of Enchantix. Believix has warmed up to me over the years. I think I've come to appreciate the radically different style it was going for. It was trying to be more earthy, trying to look more like earth fashion, but make it sparkly and glittery. But I still don't quite love it. Bloom's Believix. B tier. You know, I do like the hairstyle for her. I like the little braids throughout. But something about this outfit just feels too cutesy for Bloom. As she looks... Believix is very like preschool coded. Believix feels like it was specifically designed to be as toyetic to like babies as possible. And these baby colors on Bloom with the blue and the baby pink are not helping. I don't hate it, but like, you know, it's ugh. I will say I do appreciate the fact that the Believix palette for Bloom is very trans coded. Trans girl Bloom writes. But you know, it's fine. Stella Believix. Oh dear God, B tier. It really feels like the poor man's Enchantix. She's got the same kind of hairstyle from her Enchantix, but you know, it's not bleached. It feels a little bit wilder to go with Believix's more earthy, less fantasy oriented style. It's just not working for me. It feels like Enchantix scraps. I really don't like this top. I don't like the frayed edges on it. I kind of like the skirt with the little frills at the bottom, the pink frills, and the little purple detailing on it. I kind of like her wings and how starry they are. You know, the Believix wings, they're way too fucking big, and they have so much detail on them where I can kind of like them a bit, but they also feel incredibly busy to me. I guess I do also kind of like Stella's gloves, and I do like her shoes and the leggings on her Believix. I do. You know, I feel like this is also where they started trying to introduce purple into Stella's palette, and the purple does actually really complement the orange for me. The purple kind of gives Stella this cosmic, spacey feel to her design, and I do actually really like that. It feels a bit cosmic-y, and I'm here for it. Flora Believix. C tier. Ooh, girl, C tier. Okay, I see the vision. I see the vision with the fabric being a bit looser, a bit more frayed. It's giving like it's made out of flowers and leaves, but it's just not working for me. It's, again, it feels like a poor man's Enchantix. It feels like we copy pasted her Enchantix hairstyle, but made it worse. I don't like this design. I don't think it's bad. I just don't like it. Musa Believix, S tier. S tier. S tier. It's S tier. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, look. It's a red pink, which for me, normally on Musa I don't like, but I think in her Enchantix it works very well. I weirdly, it's the same thing as her Enchantix, where I remember it as red, even though it's not quite red. I think what really makes it S tier for me are the shape of the wings, like those treble clef wings almost. I think they're treble clef wings. I'm not quite sure, but you know, I love them. I love them anyway. I love her hairstyle. I love it so much. The way that it's styled with the mermaid tail, the bangs, and especially that like braided side ponytail on her. It looks fucking great. She kind of gives like DJ vibes, like a DJ fairy. And I think that's perfect for the vibe that Believix is going for. I love that little translucent skirt on her belt. I think as a kid, I didn't like the shorts over top the pants. It felt very like goofy comic book superhero where they always wear their trunks outside of their pants. But I think as an adult who likes the cheesy stuff, I really like it. I think it also adds a nice bit of like extra color blocking to her design. Like, I feel like if these were just like straight up purple pants or like even like red pink pants, they wouldn't work. I feel like we needed the color blocking that you get from the shorts over top the pants. And I love her shoes. I love them. I don't know what you call like the little baggy bits like on the ankles, but I love them so much. Again, DJ vibes. Excellent. Fingerless gloves too. Excellent, amazing, wonderful, iconic, never been done before. Techna Believix, also S tier. There's something about her Believix that feels like her magic Winx form and her Enchantix form got thrown into a blender and a miracle came out. I love this hairstyle for Techna. They use it way too much because I feel like on this, it's fucking perfect, but now it's just overused. But here on the originator, it's amazing. It's a nice change of pace from her usual bangs. I love this top, like the light purple top that she has with the sleeves and the cutouts on her upper arms. I love that little middle darker purple piece that connects to the top. I love her shoes. I love her wings. She gets a lower pair of wings, but they're very thin. So she's still managing to stand out amongst her peers. What a queen, what an icon. It feels so sci-fi again. There's just something about this design that screams sci-fi, futuristic, girly, but still manages to feel modern so that it fits in with the other Believix forms. Aisha Believix, A tier. Fucking A tier. Amazing. I remember as a kid I didn't like her hairstyle. It felt very plain and simple compared to Enchantix, but I think now I really appreciate it because it does suit the Believix style. I think what I really like is this commitment to blue or turquoise for Aisha. They did it because they wanted to give Roxy green, and like, I get it. I kind of hate it, but in this instance, I love the blue on Aisha. Specifically, I like these lighter, like bubbly blues on her. I love this top with the one shoulder sleeve. I love the pants that have like that little, it's a very tiny skirt like laid over top. It kind of gives me dancer vibes, which I really appreciate, even though they don't do anything with it in the story. But you know, I love the pink accents along with the blue. I love the crescent shaped wings. I love these sporty little boots. I love them. It feels very sporty, but also fashion. I love it for her. A tier. Can we just talk about the fact that the girlies, like Musa, Techna, and Aisha, the girlies that Rainbow doesn't give a shit about, end up having the best Believix forms? Meanwhile, the main three that are all over the advertising got Believix forms that look like, yeah, I'm not going to finish that sentence because it's too mean. I just find it funny. 3D Believix. Oh God, how do you take something that already doesn't look that amazing, except for like, well, okay. How do you take something that looks not that great on the main girlies, but great on the other girlies, and then make it 3D when 3D is not your forte? The answer is, an attempt was made. 3D Bloom Believix, B tier. I do actually think it weirdly kind of looks better than her 2D counterpart, but it still doesn't look great. I don't know. I guess this outfit is less annoying to me in 3D. It still feels too kiddie, but I guess it feels more cute in 3D. I don't know. 3D Stella Believix, also B tier. It's fine. It's nothing to write home about. Ugh. 3D Flora Believix, I think B tier. Weirdly, it looks better than the 2D version. I can't quite put my finger on why. Maybe it's because the fabrics look prettier in 3D because then they have like the physics on them and the materials to actually look, quality instead of just torn shit. I don't know. The whitewashing is still present, so that's unfortunate. 3D Musa Believix. A tier, I want to say. I think her Believix design is really good. It's just, I don't think it looks quite as iconic in 3D just because, like, it feels off. Same for Tecna's Believix form in 3D. I don't think the haircut looks nearly as good in 3D as it does in 2D. And Aisha Believix in 3D, B tier. The 3D is just not working for this outfit. It's not. I need them to figure out how the fuck to do Aisha's hair in 3D because they're doing my queen dirty. Ugh. Fabulous hair that y'all cannot translate to 3D, and it's upsetting me. Sophix. Okay, so Sophix is basically just solar punk Believix, right? And was it necessary? No. Is it cute? It depends on the Winx. Blooms, Sophix, C tier. Okay, I want to like it. I like the poofy sleeves. I like that. I like the skirt they have for her. I just don't like this color palette. It's just too much with the blue and then also the green and the purple pink. Like, absolutely the fuck not. It don't look good. Her arms look diseased. Stella Sophix. B tier. I think her Believix looks better just because I like the palette on that one more. Normally, I think Stella rocks the orange and green together, but the way they're arranged on her Sophix, I just don't like. Truthfully, I barely remember what her Sophix looks like if I'm not directly looking at the design. Like, nothing about it screams memorability. It feels very phoned in. Flora's Sophix is... I think it's a B tier. Weirdly, I think it looks better than her Believix. I feel like this kind of outfit looks better in green than it does in pink. I still don't particularly like it, but I think it looks less trash here. Musa Sophix. I will say A tier. You know, the hair is still iconic. I actually really like the baggy arm warmers on her. I like the skirt. I think it's mostly just the way that they threw in the pastel greens that kind of take it down from S tier. Tecna Sophix is B tier. I think it looks really cute, but it doesn't really feel like Tecna to me. It just doesn't. Maybe it's the skirt, because Tecna's never really done skirts all that much. Aisha Sophix is an A tier for me. You know, the blue on here feels a bit more aquamarine. It feels a bit more green here than her Believix does, which I think really suits her well. It looks great on her. I like that her sleeve is now tiered. I love the skirt. It feels very jungly, which is quite obvious, but it feels way more jungly than the other girls. Aisha actually looks ready to like go into the rainforest to kick ass. And then we have Lovix. Are they ready for the cold? No, but they look cute, so that's what matters. Bloom's Lovix, I think, is an A tier. I actually really like it a lot more than either her Believix or her Sophix. I really like the ruffled feathery shoulder pieces on her. I love the skirt. I love the Lovix wings. I love how crystally they are while also getting rid of all the busy elements of the wings. I think the only thing holding back Bloom's Lovix is the fact that, like, her entire back and most of her waist are exposed to the cold. It just has always bothered me the way that it's cut like that. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't look good. I don't like it. Stella's Lovix is also an A tier. I love the feathery bits throughout. She looks so cute and cozy. Oh my god. Flora Lovix. Am I going to? Yes, I'm going to. It's an S tier. Amazing the way it just shot up compared to its counterparts. It's committing to the pink. I love the way that the top is cut. I'm obsessed with all like the little belt loopies around the skirt. And I love her fucking wings. Her Lovix is the stuff of legends. Musa Lovix is also an S tier. I love the crystally bits throughout. I actually really like the palette change for her. This like pale blue purpley kind of vibe really helps with the Winter Wonderland vibe of Lovix, and I think looks great on Musa, and it makes the little red accents throughout pop so much more. I feel like this is the closest Musa has really been to a blue design, and she looks great. Like, excellent. Tecna Lovix. A tier. It's on the verge of an S tier. It's so close. I love how practical it feels. I'm obsessed with the top. I love how like aggressively dark purple this is. It's just missing something. It's missing the je ne sais quoi to make it an S tier. It's nearly there. It just needed something else. And Aisha Lovix, it's an A tier. It's so cute. I love the fluffy bits added across. I like these shades of blue on her. Yeah, really good. Really, really good. Oh God. And so begins the era of uniformity. This does not bode well. At least we're starting with Harmonix. We get to start with the form that is continually undervalued, underappreciated, and got murdered in its crib by Sirenix, that bitch. Harmonix is across the board still too uniform for my liking, but it's at least really cute, and they found unique ways to individualize it a little bit that I appreciate. Bloom's Harmonix is an A tier. This is one of my favorite hairstyles from her. I absolutely love the bangs. I love the little volume at the top. I love the multiple layers of the ponytail going throughout to look like a big mermaid tail. And I love her little wings. I love how layered they are. I like the little heart effects going throughout them. Stella's Harmonix, S tier. Yeah. I love this ponytail on her. It suits the Harmonix outfit so well. I like that her Harmonix actually comes in a lot of different variants because it's orange in a lot of the stock art and looks great. But in the show, it's this pale yellow, which looks so good on Stella. Dare I say, I think it looks better than the orange. And I love the shape of her fucking wings. Flora Harmonix is also an S tier. It's kind of similar to her regular hairstyle, but it feels more sophisticated with all of the braiding ponytail thingies at the bottom. I love the amount of green in here. It feels like her magic Winx form in the way it's constructed with the top and also the tulipy petal skirt. And I love her wings. I love her like little wrist cuffs, like how flowy and fluffy they feel. It's very cute. Musa Harmonix, S tier, solely for the hair. Look at this. My girl is beautiful. I do wish the Harmonix here was a bit more red, especially because like we already have a purple girl, a Tecna, but I will admit, Musa looks great in this. Fucking phenomenal. And those wings to die for. Tecna Harmonix. I'm sorry, it's a B tier. I'm sorry. I don't like this hairstyle on her. I see what they were going for. I appreciate how radically different it is from most of her other hairstyles, but I think there's a reason it didn't stick. She looks like a Karen. I have to admit this. She looks like a middle-class white mom who's about to complain to the manager. I do like the wings. It's just, it's the hair. The hair is really killing the look. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it works for me. And Aisha Harmonix is an S tier. Look at her hair. Look at her fucking hair. Ooh, I love it. I love the volume on it. It feels so wavy, like a waterfall come to life. And she's back in green, like it's a cute little seafoam pastel green, and it's so cute. And low-key, she has the best Harmonix wings. They look kind of like seashells, and I'm fucking here for it. And also the fact that she has that little seashell crown in the middle of her forehead. Oh, she looks mythical. She looks like she just stepped out of the Odyssey. And now Sirenix, the bane of my fucking existence. Ooh, girl. Sirenix stands, you might want to take cover because your feelings are about to be blown to fucking bits. You could say they'll be blown out of the water. Well, Harmonix already blew this shit out of the water, so that's great. I can't believe Harmonix was training wheels for this. Okay, so we're gonna start with 2D Sirenix. Bloom's 2D I'm sorry, it's an F tier. We have our first F tier. I fucking hate this design. I hate it so much. I hate her hair in this. It doesn't look good. It looks messy and not in an interesting, punky kind of way. It just looks unbrushed. And I hate the blue bits in here. They just don't. This dark blue bordering on purple, I think is an interesting idea. It's just with this shade of red and the way your hair is styled is not working for me. I don't like her leggings. It's just, there's no sense of style or pattern here. It's just erratic blue and purple nonsense that hurts my eyes. The only thing I kind of like is the little hair tie. What is it? Those weird anemone things in like the sky and SpongeBob. It looks like that, and I don't mean that as an insult. I think that's cute, but like the rest is trash. And I'm not even going to comment on the wings because they all have the same wings and they all look fucking hideous. They all look hideous. They just do. Who the fuck decided to give them all the same wings and to make them all ugly as shit? 2D Stella Sirenix. It's a D tier. Also looks really bad. I don't like the hair. The hair feels like a poor man's Harmonix. It looks like Harmonix, but like unbrushed again. There's nothing even to comment on because they all have basically the same outfit. It's the same top, but cut slightly differently. The same ugly, frilly, translucent dress over top that looks copy pasted. The same ugly leggings. Some of them have kind of interesting patterns and some of them look like disgust, just pure disgust. There's nothing even to talk about. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Flora Sirenix is a C tier, mostly just because I like the flowers in her hair. I like the mermaid tail that she's in. Oh yeah, the fact that most of them have like high ponytails for Sirenix, so like it makes the silhouette problem so much worse. Because Bloom, Stella, Musa, and Aisha have such similar silhouettes that it pisses me the fuck off in this form. So Flora, differing from that, thank God. I like the green top with the whirly cutouts going up. I kind of actually like the balance of green and pink in here. It feels very tropical. Unfortunately, that's not enough to save it. I just think it looks fine. I don't think it looks good. It's just fine. Musa Sirenix is a B tier. It's the only Sirenix that made me not long for death. I actually really like it because it commits to the darker red, which I think looks great. She's the only one where this hairstyle looks like it was actually well thought out and it suits her. I love the seashell in her hair, like the whirly seashell. It's great. And I feel like with her leggings being red and maroon, they don't hurt my eyes because they clash. It's just, it's nice. It's nice. The wings are still fucking horrible though, so there's that. Techna Sirenix is a C tier. Unbrushed hair again, but it's not in a high pony, so at least there's that. I kind of like this combination of the purple and the super dark green. I think it's cute. That's it though. It's fine. And Aisha Sirenix is also a C tier. It looks fine. I kind of like the blue here, like the tealy blue along with the purples. It's cute. I kind of like that her hair at least looks slightly textured in the ponytail. But again, silhouette problems. Wow, the fact that Bloom and Stella, your lead girlies, look the worst in this fucking form. Wow. 3D Sirenix. Oh dear God. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to ignore the fact that the 3D in season 5 is dog shit. I'm going to do my best. I'm just going to talk about how they adapt this form. Well, not even adapt, because I'm realizing that Sirenix looks the way it does. It's so uniform because it's in 3D. So that way they can just reuse assets and then slightly modify them for each girl. That's probably why Sirenix looks the way it does. So it was probably designed with 3D in mind, which why did y'all even make it 2D? Why? 3D Bloom Sirenix it's a D tier. I feel like this one you can tell it was meant for 3D because it doesn't look good, but it's not the abysmal levels of awful of her 2D Sirenix. It looks less messy, but maybe that's just because the hair is so limp and lifeless, it can't look like it's trash. Stella 3D Sirenix is a D tier as well. There's really nothing to even comment on. Oh yeah, I guess we should also talk about the hair color changes. Bloom's, it barely changed. It literally just went from dark blue accents to light blue accents, and it's boring and also doesn't look good. Stella's, her hair color change looks like puke. It literally turns like a greenish shade that looks like vomit. Like her hair is filled with vomit. Who thought that was a good idea? Why? Why did you do this to my girl? Why did you not give her a chance to be a brunette? She would look amazing. You know, like Rapunzel. Rapunzel, when her hair loses the sun drop, amazing, iconic, beautiful, engaging, iconic, never been done before. And how dare you rob Stella of that chance, you sluts. Flora 3D Sirenix is also a C tier. It's fine. I actually kind of like the way her hair turns pink. I think it suits her, but it's still just eh. Musa's 3D Sirenix is a C tier, mostly just because she doesn't look like Musa anymore. So automatically you failed me. I don't hate the way her hair turns like a lavender. I think it's kind of cute, but that's about it. Tekna's 3D Sirenix is a C tier. There's nothing to even comment on. Her hair turns kind of like a, what does it even turn? Like a weird, like silvery, not a silvery, like a bluish kind of thing. Like it's so unmemorable. And Aisha Sirenix is a C tier. It's fine, I guess. Her hair turns like a weird blonde. As a child, to me, the way that it turned blonde made me think of peanut butter. And I do love peanut butter, so I guess that works, yeah. Oh dear God, Sirenix, you were a mistake. Bloomix. Oh, Bloomix. You're a mess in every other way, but today I get to talk about your best element, your designs. Bloomix. Wow, I hate saying that. She's an S tier. I love this shade of darker blue on her. I love the fact that Bloomix already looks like armor, so they look like mythical fairy warriors. Bloom's specifically looks like it's made out of dragon scales, and I adore that. I love the shape of her wings, that they look like a flame bursting out from red to blue. I love the flame shape that they're in. I love her hair in this. I love that it's pulled back. I love the bun. I love the hair flowing back, kind of like a ponytail, but not really. I like the very tiny bang hanging off of her. And I like that her hair is kind of like tinted a bit differently. It's slightly more purpley in her Bloomix form, which I think suits this shade of blue on her very well. She looks great. And I also love the light blue veils over her. I love all the golden bracelets to bring back the yellow accent a little bit. Oh, she looks chef's kiss. Stella's Bloomix. It's an A tier. I really love this look on her. I love all the different layers of like the maroon and the orange and the yellow. I love that skirt. It looks like a sunburst turned into a skirt. I love these like red purple leggings on her. It feels a lot darker than a lot of her other designs, which adds extra contrast for the lighter parts of her design to stick out more. I love her wings. I love how spirally they are. And I actually really like the big side ponytail. It looks really cute. The only thing holding this design back from S tier is that goddamn tiny ponytail strand on her. Like, girl, what is that? What the fuck is that? Get rid of that and you'd be S tier. Flora's Bloomix is an A tier. I love the braids on her. They look so good. I love the shape of the wings. They kind of look like almost an orchid, kind of. They look very plant-like. And I love how the outfit itself looks like it's made out of like flower petals and leaves. It feels very jungly. This is the first time they really shook up Flora's look in a long time, and it looks fucking phenomenal on her. I think the reason why it's only an A tier and not an S for me is because I principally love Flora in pink. I do like it when they change their palettes a little bit to experiment, but I think here I miss the pink. I don't think pink would work on Bloomix. I think you'd have to play around with the color palette to see what works. And I do appreciate that pink is here as an accent. There's something about the green that feels off to me. Oh, I do love that her shoes are open-toed though. That's really cute. Not practical at all, but you know, we're here for cute shit. Muse's Bloomix. Girl, what the fuck else could it be but S tier? Like, come on now. Jesus Christ, she looks like a goddess. I love the hair. I love the bun. Specifically, I love the fact that it really goes hard on her East Asian coating. She feels like Mulan, but as a fairy. It's beautiful to behold. I love the fabric on her top. The swirls on her skirt kind of remind me of her Enchantix skirt. Less poofy, but still kind of cloudy. I love the shape of her wings. I do kind of miss the red on her, but I also really like this shade of purple on her. She looks fucking great. Oh my God. She is fucking gorgeous. Like, there are no words to describe the beauty. Tekna's Bloomix is an A tier. I love the way that they made this feel like futuristic armor while still fitting in with this ancient warrior vibe for Bloomix. She feels like a robot warrior, and I'm here for it. The only things holding this one back for me are the fact that I don't like the wings. I see what they're going for with all like the weird pixel things, but it feels too basic. And it feels like Believix hair, but worse. I see what they were going for by making it a bit more frayed, but it's just not working for me. And I do love that it's blue. I think it looks great, but like half of the Bloomix designs are already blue. It's a case of you have to think about how all the designs look together, not just on their own. And Aisha Bloomix is a fucking S tier. Y'all need to put more fucking respect on Aisha's Bloomix. The hair is gorgeous. I love how big and voluminous and puffy and cloudy it is. I love it so much. The silhouette is amazing, iconic, wonderful. And I love the turquoisey green color on her. I feel like this is the best of both worlds for blue and green on Aisha. Like, this feels like the perfect marriage of them. The only thing I don't like are the wings. I get what they're going for with this weird corally wave kind of look on her, but I think the lack of lower wings and also the lack of detailing in the wings themselves feel too basic. It's the same issue I have with Techna's Bloomix wings, where it's like, it's too basic. But still, she looks like a goddess, and I'm here for it. The rest of the design is good enough to make it an S tier. Oh, Mythix. Jesus Christ. So we're going to start with 3D Mythix. In the show, it's only 3D, so it suffers for that. But thankfully, FJ has also provided the stock 2D art for Mythix. Like, Mythix, it's actually insane how much the 2D improves this look, especially with the fan art. Like, fan artists, I would like to thank y'all for your service in doing the work that Rainbow refused to do themselves, as usual. But we're here to talk about 3D Mythix first, and 3D Bloom Mythix is a fucking D tier. I don't think it's Sirenix levels of bad to earn it F tier, but it don't look good. It don't look good. This poofy dress is cute, but it just, the hair, the armworm, it doesn't look good in 3D, especially this style of 3D. Stella 3D Mythix is a fucking F tier. Oh my god. Her hair looks awful in 3D. Her wings are fine. I actually really like the Mythix wings, but that tube dress looks fucking horrendous in 3D. Flora 3D Mythix, also an F tier. Holy shit, I hate that dress. I hate that dress. I hate that hairstyle. Trash. 3D Musa Mythix, the one where she got no spells and she only transformed into it like 3 times and did nothing each time, except get shot. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in D tier. I'm sorry. These pigtails are a bit too much for me, especially in 3D. They look terrible to me. I kind of like the dress, but it's just kind of, it's fine. I love the shoes, but they're not enough to save this. They're not. Techna 3D Mythix is a C tier just because it is the definition of inoffensive. It is pure basic, pure base, and nothing more. It's fine. Aisha 3D Mythix is similar. It's a C tier, mostly just because I like the waterline patterning on the design. Again, thank you, Lisa Feverall. I'm an idiot. I don't really like the hairstyle all that much, but at least it had, oh my god, not it actually having texture. Oh my god, they finally learned how to make her hair textured, and they did it for fucking Mythix. Are you kidding me? Now, 2D Mythix. So we're just gonna base it on like the stock art here, and immediately it's a vast fucking improvement. Bloom 2D Mythix is immediately a B tier. I think it looks really good on her. The feathers all over it that are like pink and purple going with the blue. There's something about it that gives like almost a Fantasia kind of vibe to it. She feels like an ancient fairy. And I think this ponytail look actually looks a lot better on her here than the other hairstyle does. And I love the wings. The wings are giving this like fiery crystal kind of energy to them. And I do love the arm warmers on her and the skirt and how poofy and comfy it feels. I just don't think it's good enough to earn it A tier. Stella's Mythix in 2D, I think, is also a B tier. The tube dress is immediately a lot better. I actually really like fan art of it where it's more yellow than orange. I think if it were that, it would be an A tier. I love her wings, the way that they're shaped, the way that they're all pointy and going out. I love her hair pulled back and it's kind of bleached. I think it's really cute on her. Flora 3D Mythix is a C tier. I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't like the dress. I don't like the hair, and I don't like the wings. At least though in 2D, it doesn't make my eyes bleed. So that's something. Musa 2D Mythix, I think, is a B tier. The hair is more acceptable to me in 2D because it feels less what the fuck am I looking at. I love the music shoes. I just do. And her wings are fabulous. Oh my god. I really like the blue accents in her Mythix design. They're really cute. 2D Techna Mythix is also a C tier. Definition of inoffensive. There's nothing even here to comment on. I'm sorry, Tech. Maybe it's just because they were like, we don't know how to make a techno fairy seem ancient like we did with Bloomix, but make it mythical. So we're just going to give her a prom dress and call it a day. I like her wings, though. Her wings are great. And Aisha, 2D Mythix, B tier. Her hair looks so much better here. I love her wings. I love the waterline dress. I love the turquoisey green color. And I love the fucking shoes. You know, it's so wild that this form immediately looks so much better in 2D. Holy shit. Oh, Butterflix, why do you exist? And why was I nice to you 7 moons ago? Was it 7? How do you get... A moon is a month, right? Oh, then it's far more than that. Whatever. The point is, Butterflix is trash. Bloom's Butterflix is a D tier. I hate the tutu-y look here. I hate the fucking hair on her. I hate the pink. This feels like, you know, before when I mentioned that Believix looks very kiddified, very Nick Jr. coded. Butterflix is that on crack. Butterflix is just so hideous on Bloom. The patterning is way too busy. I can't tell what the fuck is going on. I don't like it. I kind of like what they were going for with the wings being these big glittery outlines. I kind of like that, but on Bloom's, they're hideous. Why are they pink? I hate them. I can't even tell what shape they're supposed to be. Jesus Christ. Stella Butterflix is C tier. I kind of like the hair. It feels like her basic like OG hairstyle, like in her civilian outfits, and I kind of like that. It's kind of cute. I kind of like the amount of like pink and red pink in here, but unfortunately it's Butterflix. It's so busy that my eyes are burning just looking at it, but you know, it's better than Bloom's, so that's something, I guess. Flora's Butterflix is a D tier. What the fuck is this? I hate the basic bitch hair. The outfit is, what even is that? I can't tell what's happening. What is all the unnecessary detailing? And the wings were a mistake. Okay, now we get into the actually good Butterflix forms. Oh wow, look, it's Musa, Techna, and Aisha pulling all the weight as usual. Musa Butterflix is unironically a fucking A tier. I don't care what any of you bitches say. Musa and Aisha make this form nearly worth it. This is one of Musa's best hairstyles, and I will hear no pushback on that. She looks great. I can actually kind of tell what her outfit is doing because of this balancing of the color palette. I actually kind of like the blue wings on her. The detailing in the wings actually kind of reminds me of a volume slider, like the volume levels going up and down in audio software, you know, kind of like a waveform. And I actually kind of really like that. I think it's cute. And I like the little butterfly clip in her hair. Yeah, she's great. Fuck y'all. Techna Butterflix is a B tier. It's fine. I think it looks cute. I think they balanced her colors pretty well, actually. It's just there's nothing really that memorable about it. Aisha Butterflix is also an A tier. Again, one of her best hairstyles. Y'all can die in a fire. I'm sorry. I just look at it. Look at how cute and cloudy it is. I love it so much. I actually really like her in this brighter blue. It reminds me a lot of Believix. I like her wings. I think she looks great here. Thank you, Musa and Aisha, for your service in trying to save the rest of these awful, ugly outfits. Jesus. Okay, so Bloom Tynix is a D tier. It's not good. It's not terrible, but like it's but it's also not good enough to earn it a C tier. Stella's Tynix. I kind of like the bleached hair and the hairstyle, but that's about it. C tier. Flora is similar. I like the bleached hair with the contrast it adds. I love the gemstone effect they went with the Tynix wings. I think that's actually really cute. And I like the big green gems in her wings specifically. They make me think of like emeralds. But that's about it. C tier. Musa putting in all the fucking work as usual. I really like the colors on her outfit with the red and the blue. I love her hairstyle. Her hairstyle is giving Bloomix a little bit. Tecna's Tynix is C tier, definition of inoffensive, C Mythix, but never put her in this pale green ever again. Never again, please. For the love of God. And Aisha Tynix is a B tier. I love this hairstyle on her. I kind of like this purpley look on her and a lot of the white. It kind of reminds me of the lighter blues in her Believix that were bordering on white. I think they look really good, but the look overall is nothing spectacular. Thank you, Musa, for your service. Okay, Dreamix. Oh, World of Winx. If you're wondering why I don't talk about World of Winx, it's because I don't really care about it all that much. To me, World of Winx is just the definition of Rainbow doesn't know what its audience wants, and I can't help but resent it for that fact. Anyway, Dreamix has the same uniformity problem all the Season 5 onward forms do. Bloom's Dreamix is fine. I like the darker blue on her, but that's about it. C tier. Stella's Dreamix. I actually really like this shade of like deeper orange on her with the red accents. I love this hair on her. Unfortunately, I feel like Dreamix is so basic and uniform on the whole that none of them can surpass B tier. So yeah, she's a B tier. Flora's Dreamix. Oh my god, she's just straight up white now. What the fuck? I already didn't like the outfit on her at all. But this is trash. D tier. Musa's Dreamix. I like the colors on her, especially with the blue accents. I think they look great. I don't like these bangs. I just don't. C tier. I'm sorry, Musa. Tecna's Dreamix. Oh my god, they found a way to take her Believix hair and make it different, but still good. Yeah, and I actually really like her in this shade of green. Yeah. Ooh, girly. B tier. And Aisha Dreamix. I actually really like this darker blue that she's in. I really like her hair. I will say, I feel like it's lost a lot of its texture as the series has progressed. Winx fans who are like, the black girlies with natural hair, how do y'all feel about like Aisha's hair and the way that it's been portrayed? Because historically black hair has always been disrespected and that reflects in the way that it's portrayed in media. I'm really curious to hear what y'all think about Aisha's hair, especially because this is also the same show that had that cursed joke with making fun of the black girl's afro in season 1. God, Miss Magix was a mistake. Winx Club, I love you, but I will call you out when you want some racist shit. Jesus. Anyway, Aisha's Dreamix is a B tier. Okay, Onyrix immediately gets a bit more respect for me because it was willing to experiment in the girls' colors a lot more. I actually really like a lot of the colors on the girls. The outfits themselves are very basic, but it's really the color palettes that make them more interesting. Bloom's Onyrix, I think, actually is a B tier for me. I really love this braided ponytail for her. I am shocked with how much I love her in this plum color. It looks so good on her, especially now that her hair is a more orangey color than it usually is. She looks great in this, especially with the dark blue accents. Stella's Onyrix. I'm gonna be chaotic. I'm gonna put it in A tier solely because they put her in the most beautiful moony shade of blue. She is full moon girl right now, and she is fucking beautiful. And I actually really like this hairstyle too. Oh, she looks so gorgeous. Flora's Onyrix. Unfortunately, she is still white. That's still yikes for me. I do like this forest green on her. She looks great. And I do like the braids that her hair is in. I'm gonna say C tier. The color alone is not enough to save this. Musa's Onyrix is a fucking A tier. I love this hair on her. The bitch looks like an ancient goddess about to read your fortune. And a beautiful shade of red on her. Oh, she's so iconic. Is that? Oh my god. It's also golden accents on her. We love to see it. Oh, I will say I also love the flared pants on Onyrix. They're, yes. Reminds me of Bloom's, bell bottoms. But, mystical. Tecna Onyrix, I think, is a B tier for me. I do really like this green on her, and I actually really love this hairstyle for her. They found a way to take her short hair but make it a bit more interesting with a very short braid. I think it looks really great on her. It just doesn't really feel like Tecna to me, so it's going to be a B tier. And then Aisha Onyrix, I think, is in A tier. Again, the texture thing with her hair, I'm not quite sure, but I will say I love the hairstyle, and I love her in this cute purpley color. It's like a very soft purple, and I think it actually really suits Aisha well. Oh god, we're on the season 8 forums. God fucking help me. Okay, this art style is ass, and that's gonna be impossible not to factor in with the designs because, like, holy shit. They went out of their way to make these designs as kitty as possible for this art style, and it looks trash. It looks terrible. Okay, so Bloom's Cosmix is a D tier for me. I just hate this hairstyle. It doesn't look good for me. I see what they were going for with the skirts and like the weird galactic layering over top. It's just not for Bloom. No. Oh yeah. And they all have the same fucking ugly wings. Great. It's the Sirenix effect. Stella's Cosmix, I think, is probably actually a B tier for me. I really like the coloring on it. I really like the balance of the oranges and the purple. Again, it feels very cosmic. And I do genuinely love this hairstyle on Stella. I just wish it wasn't in this fucking hideous art style. Flora's Cosmix. Again, the bitch is white. Why is the bitch white? Ooh, it is a D tier for me. Girl, I do not like this color balancing. I don't like the shade of pink on her. It's too purpley. It's It doesn't look good. And her hair feels phoned in. Musa Cosmix is, you know, I'm going to say C tier. I feel like it's on the verge of being a B tier. I really like the outfit on her. I like that it's red. I like that it feels a bit more, it kind of reminds me of her like tomboyish looks from her older designs. But like, God, I do not like her hair. I don't. Tekna's Cosmix, I think, is a C tier. I do like the light green with the purple again. I don't like the hair. I don't hate it, but it exists. It exists. And Aisha's Cosmix is also a C tier. It exists. I have no opinions on it. It just simply is there. I feel like that's just Cosmix in a nutshell. It's there. It exists. Now, Butterflix, because Butterflix was briefly in season 8, so it has an update for it to fit the art style. Weirdly, it kind of works for Butterflix because Butterflix's designs are already so juvenile and tacky that they kind of work in this kiddified art style. They feel more forgivable when the Winx look like they're 12. Wow, that's such a backhanded compliment, and yes, season 8 deserves it. Bloom's Butterflix in season 8 is a D tier. It looks slightly better in this because she actually looks 12, but it still looks like trash. Stella's season 8 Butterflix is also a D tier. It has less contrast than it did in season 7. So it doesn't look good. It feels like Stella lost her natural tan. Like, she was still a white girly, but like, you know, she was at least tanned because, you know, sun girly, but I don't know what the fuck happened. She's apparently pale as a mannequin now. Oh, and so is Flora. Wow, they just fully committed to white bitch hours. It's a D tier. It's just her regular Butterflix, but worse. Musa's season 8 Butterflix is a C tier. Her hair is just less impressive here. It's not enough to save this. Tekna's season 8 Butterflix is a D tier. She does not look good in this art style. And Aisha's season 8 Butterflix is a C tier. She looks less like Aisha. Her hair is less impressive. And oh my god, she's paler in season. Fuck you, Rainbow. Okay, Neo Sirenix. Because Sirenix and Enchantix both briefly came back in season 8. And Sirenix got a little bit of an update to make it less uniform across the board. I think it backfired though, because I think it actually kind of looks worse now. Bloom's Neo Sirenix is, I think, a D tier, because when you're at rock bottom, there is nowhere to go but up. I think the fact that the colors are less contrasty actually kind of helps with my eyes here. I kind of like the seashell vibe going on here. I like the seashells across her outfit. I like all of the little wires on her collar. But like, it's still Sirenix and it still don't look good. Stella's Neo Sirenix is a D tier. I don't like all the purple stones across her outfit. They feel like the stones you see like at the bottom of like a small pond or pool. And I see what the vision was. I don't like them. I don't. Flora's Neo Sirenix is a D tier. Why? Okay, I see the scale idea for her top, but why are they blue? It doesn't look good. The girl looks like Easter gone wrong. Musa Neo Sirenix, C tier. It's just boring as shit. I don't even know what these are supposed to be. Are they scales? Like, what the fuck are these? The colors are just not interesting. Techna Neo Sirenix, also C tier, also kind of boring. I don't really like the patterning on it. It's fine. Okay, Aisha Neo Sirenix is genuinely a B tier, actually. I think she got a genuine upgrade. I really like the sharp, angular look for her top. I love the contrast between the dark blues, the light blues, and the pinks. I love the detailing on her collar with all the yellow and the purple. I think she looks great. The only Neo Sirenix that was a genuine upgrade. The closest that Sirenix managed to be worth it, aside from Daphne. Oh god, Season 8 Enchantix. The butchering. What have they done to our girl? It looks far too pink across the board, far too kitty, not elegant at all. I don't mind the fact that the girls are more covered up because, you know, they're younger now, like genuinely, canonically younger now. I get it. It's just, I wish they had done it more creatively than just color their torsos differently. You know, it's giving those newer DVDs where they're in their Magic Winx forms, but they Photoshop Bloom's waist to be a different shade of blue to make you think that it's covered when it's not in the show. Bloom's Neo Enchantix is a fucking D tier. Not as abysmal as her Sirenix, but still bottom of the goddamn barrel. Too much fucking pink. Oh my god. It looks awful with her tier dressed. It looks awful on her wings. It's an eyesore. It draws the eye away from the actually important aspects of the outfit. I don't like it. Stella's Season 8 Enchantix is, I think it's bad enough to be an F tier. I think it's bad enough to be there. What have they done to my girl? Oh, Jesus Christ. Her outfit, it's lost all of the great aspects it had originally. And it's also lost a lot of its contrast. I don't like it. Flora's Season 8 Enchantix, I think, is a C tier. It's not awful. I don't know why because like across the board, they added pink to all the designs. But for some reason, Flora's pinks are now purples. I don't think it looks good. And I'm deeply confused as to why they made her purple. Also, the wings, I kind of like what they were going for with like the cute yellow in there. I think that's fine. I just don't think it has the same contrast or visual intrigue as like the green and the pink. Musa's Season 8 Enchantix, I think, is a C tier. I think I used to like this one a lot more because it added more red bits. I especially liked the red bits in the wings with the trims, but it does rob her Enchantix of like the grandness of all the gold. It just doesn't feel as regal as her OG Enchantix. I will say I kind of like the way that they added the sashes in the middle to connect to the skirt. It feels like her and Techna, they were the only intelligent coverings of the midriffs. Techna's Season 8 Enchantix, I think, is a B tier. I actually kind of like the way that they made it into like a one-piece suit. And I don't like that they added back in the bottom wings, but they look good. I have to admit that. And then Aisha's Season 8 Enchantix, I think, is a C tier. It's it's the green one. God damn it. But like less good. Her hair is less interesting. It looks, oh no. You know what it's giving? It's giving her 3D Enchantix where it has like no texture to it and it looks limp as fuck. The only thing I like about her Season 8 Enchantix is the fact that the wings are a darker green for more contrast. And I think I actually like that shade of green on Aisha. Kind of makes me wish the outfit were that shade of green. Maybe then I wouldn't have. And last and not least, but close, is Crystal Sirenix. Okay, so Crystal Sirenix is weird because it's for like very, very cold waters. Like It's basically just Lovix, but underwater. And I guess I kind of like the idea behind it. It just suffers from 1, being in season 8, and 2, being a variant of Sirenix. But I will say, I think it looks better than any other form of Sirenix. So that's something, I guess. Okay, Bloom's Crystal Sirenix. Okay, so Sirenix across the board, we still have like the leggings and stuff, but now we have like a trail behind them that's like covered in fur. Is it practical for underwater? No, but it kind of looks cute, so I'm here for it. Bloom's Crystal Sirenix, I think, is probably a C tier, just because it's too messy. It's too messy. But it's better than the other shit she's had, so that's something, I guess. Stella's Crystal Sirenix. I do like the balancing of the orange and the purple and the little bits of blue across. I would probably say it's also a C tier. Flora Crystal Sirenix. I think it's also a C tier. I think it's fine. It feels like it's trying to be Lovix, but it doesn't know what made Lovix work. Musa Crystal Sirenix, I think, is probably a B tier because I actually like the colors on her, and her Sirenix also already looked pretty good, so there's that. And I do actually love her shoes. Techna Crystal Sirenix, I think it's a C tier. I actually kind of like her in the lighter green for once here, but it's nothing special. And then Aisha's Crystal Sirenix, I'm going to put it in B tier because I actually kind of like the commitment to the pink here. I think it's really cute. I think if there were ever a time to experiment with your colors, it's in a variant form or a spin-off form. And I like it here. Yeah. So yeah, that's all the forms of the Winx girlies ranked. I'll probably average them out just so that y'all can see how well they did across the board by like character and by form. But that was a lot of fun. That actually kind of flew by recording that. I thought this wouldn't take forever, but not really, no. Let's see. Most of the Enchantix and Magic Wings forms made it into S tier, a couple Believix, a couple Lovix, most of the Harmonixes, and then like half the Bloomixes. Yeah, that feels right. They are the cream of the crop. But I feel like this kind of fits with, I feel like what most of us assumed, that the earlier forms would have no trouble getting towards the top of the list, and most of the modern forms are either mid or trash. Yeah. So again, thank you to FJ for organizing that tier list and making the process easier for me. I appreciate that. Again, if y'all want to try this, link is in the description for yourselves. And yeah, I'm gonna go nap now. Bye.